Welcome to today's video. Today's video we're going to do a stunt a lot of people have done before, but with a different technique. So I will be using, well, the Banshee GTS HSW, which is a very fast car by, well, just the HSW upgrades. This stunt originally has been done a lot with mostly Franklin's car, but also different cars. But the main thing here is Franklin, so Franklin's ability, which allows the car to be really fast. I was wondering, can I make this jump, without that, by just, relying on engine power I can hit in GTA Online basically. So as you might be able to guess already, it's this jump which basically goes over Michael's house. It's a good sign, we're already landing in Michael's house. I think my goal for this specific run is to first of all jump over it, which I think we're already getting really close to. I think a little bit more speed and we can jump that and hit the road after it. But I think also it's gonna be interesting is hitting maybe a fence or like Michael's roof, jumping or bouncing off from that and then hitting like a clean jump like that. I think that's the ultimate goal, because let's face it, just jumping over it is not going to be that challenging. I've said it before in other videos, but I don't think it's going to be crazy challenging. I think we're going to do it right here. Yeah, as you see, ooh, this is actually quite cool. Let's see, something like that where you kind of bounce. Oh, in the pool. I want to bounce and land somewhere really cool. Maybe a nice goal, actually, let me pull up the map for you, is so we're gonna take this road, right, this road, and jump this. I think a nice goal is, because we just hit that little fence and then hit this, I think it's nice if you could bounce off something like here. Yeah, okay, dude. And then jump off, or like bounce off this and land on this. I think that's the final goal, landing on this road somehow. I think that's really cool. And I think that's gonna be the end goal. I'm not sure it's gonna work with this run up. Maybe if I hit some... The thing is, like, there's not really... Maybe there's break this? Oh yeah, you can break this. For sure. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, we have to kind of see how we angle it. We definitely have to go in between the trees and stuff. And also important, I think, is to get more speed and maybe hit the roof. I should have placed the checkpoint further back, I guess. I thought this was already enough. I was like, oh yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. That's perfect. I didn't even place the check. So that's cool, but I want that, bounce off that roof right there and then land on that road. I think that's a nice thing to aim for. I'm gonna get a little bit more run up. We already hit it. I think how we hit it makes a lot as well. So we're gonna have, to try and angle it. Also in this video I'm trying to say less because, well, I edit my own videos, so I hear a lot of times I say So sometimes I will be pausing a bit longer. I probably cut it out in the video. It's, well, if editing me hears this, he's gonna hate me because he's gonna have to do a lot of cuts. But normally I try to cut out some E's. I can't always cut out all the E's, I forget. But I think just constantly saying less I think that's how you're supposed to train it. Like when people do speech training, like for giving speeches, that kind of stuff. They say just pause instead of and that's basically it. So you just see, I did it. So you basically replace your with a pause, which in the end is better. For talking, but also for editing, to be honest. It's easier for me to cut out white spaces, like in the editing program you have those little voice lines that go up, so you can see where you don't talk and where you do talk. And when I say it's a very recognizable pattern, but still it looks like the other patterns. It's very easy to cut out like a easy white space. Okay, yeah. Definitely how we hit that ramp it makes a lot of difference. But I think so far I'm doing good, but I love that I said I'm doing good, but I think so far I'm doing good, but I'm also focusing on it. Yes. But yeah, the slip out quite naturally, so I have to definitely work on it. I think it's a good exercise to just record yourself. Like, even if you're struggling with this, right, and you don't have to make videos, just do it, just make some random video, record yourself talking, maybe just talk in the mirror or something, whatever you feel comfortable with. In the end, it's gonna help you in anything. If you want to be a YouTuber, sure, great, it's gonna help you directly, but even like any career, like being able to speak well makes you sound more serious, everything. So just try it, doesn't hurt, right? Okay, that does hurt, but that's a physical hurt. But the thing is, using filler words like sometimes it's not for everyone, sometimes it's other words, right? It feels comfortable because people are not comfortable with silence, so using something to fill it up it's a comfortable cop out, but comfortable things are not always great. It's kind of funny, like, he has the proper, like, streetlights. Okay, that's a funny one. So yeah, the message you should take from this video is not, oh, it's a cool stunt jump. Well, you should. Also just improve yourself, Just try and learn. I'm really starting to not say You know, I'm allowed to say if it's just to demonstrate the not the reflect and that I got. I don't know what to do here. I'm gonna try without like crazy run up. I'm just gonna see if I can. I can also curb boost quite a lot more, I think. This brake boost like here, a little bit. No, oh, that's a good one, I think. I'm gonna do a couple runs to the left. I think staying to the left is definitely gonna be a good idea. If I talk a bit naturally at some points, it's because I'm suppressing erms. So I really have to think about it sometimes. But we're doing good so far. It's all practice, all part of the plan. I don't know what plan, but the plan of saying less erms. So now we can play tennis. Yeah, I'm going too much left now. I'm going way too much left now. This jump kind of highlights the potential of bouncing. I think bouncing is going to be the key to the final successful jump. Ooh, the reflection here was clean. I forget I'm on one hand. Sometimes I still play on Legacy for like, well, because I have my mods on there in single player. So sometimes I forget about how clean enhanced looks. Maybe on the street, that's something. I really can't wait to see how GTA 6 will look. I'm thinking it's... The thing is, like, I can't even play it on my PC, so I was gonna say, oh, my PC is gonna struggle. But that's realistically, my Xbox or PS5 is all gonna struggle. So I don't know what to do actually, because right now I have a Xbox Series X, which I haven't really used in a while. I originally bought it like back in 2022 when, you know, Enhanced and Expanded came out for, for the next-gen consoles. And I already had an Xbox One, so I was like, oh, I can just use my normal GTA account and then, so I don't have to start a new account and I still have money to buy stuff. So I bought the Xbox Series X and used it for that. After I didn't really use it that much, because, well, I have a pretty nice PC, so why would I really, right? But now for GTA 6, I'm like, okay, GTA 6 is going to be hard to run. Like, that's just gonna be a reality. So I don't want to run it on, like, you know, if you remember, like, if you're real Unk, it's crazy to say Unk, but yeah, if you remember playing Black Ops 3, Black Ops 3 came out for the next gen, well, back then, like Xbox One and PS4, but it also really, but it also released for, I really gotta stop saying it, for Xbox 360 and, no, only Xbox 360 I think, I don't think it released for PS3, but I'm 100% sure it released for Xbox 360. I said it again, for Xbox 360. That was a clean jump though. Clean jump like over it, but no rear bounce. So it released for Xbox 360 and that was horrific. You know, it was very blocky texture and everything. I think it's kind of similar to when you play, well, GTA on Xbox One nowadays. I said it again. Xbox One nowadays. It's kind of similar, like it's just a bit less polished and everything. So I think I might have to get some kind of upgrade, but I'm not sure what upgrade to get, you know. I said it again. It's really hard habit to break, especially when I'm thinking about something. So it's like I have to pause to think. And the pause is not natural yet. If you see a lot of cuts in the video, it's because I'm actively pausing and thinking. I'm just pressing ums. But yes, I will have to maybe buy something that's available at that point. So I know right now like a PS5 Pro or whatever it's called is available, which is a little bit better. But I also know like, I think the Series X, I'm not sure if this is relevant, like was a little bit better than PS5, like performance-wise. But then Series S, of course, was way worse. But I'm not sure if that still holds up very much. Also things based on software updates, I don't know. But I think that difference was marginal. And now I think the PS5 Pro is like a little bit better than the Xbox Series X. And the PS5, obviously. But I don't know if it's worth that, because it's really expensive, I think. I looked it up like a couple of weeks ago or something. It was like 700, 800 euros or something. Which is crazy for a console. Like chill, you know? And also I don't know like what direction Xbox will go, because recently I feel like Xbox has gone to be crazy with like accessibility. Like they released Forza Horizon on PS5, like for what? They're really digging deep in the making Xbox not a console but like a platform to game, with like Game Pass and everything. So you can play Xbox on like phone or tablet or like a PC or whatever, right? I actually hope, which would be nice, is if Xbox, you know, Xbox will have a GTA 6 release, but Xbox allows me to play on a PC using my PC's performance, not just a weird streaming thing which will be laggy. Because then I can just, well, keep on playing on PC, which is way easier with recording everything, because otherwise I will have to, you know, find some way to record and have to get an Elgato or something like that, or connect it to my PC, whatever. So it would be nice if Xbox just says, yeah, fuck it, you can just play it on PC. You know, you're just limited to a more console-y way of playing, but you can just play on PC, which would be really, really nice. Okay, yes. Okay, nice little pool landing. That was really nice. Okay, with this, but like a little bit more bounce. Right now, it's put the energy more into spinning, but not really into bouncing. I think we really need like a clean speed bounce, and then the second one can be a bit more impactful. But I did it again. But it needs to like help us over. Like this one needs to. See, it takes too much speed off. The first bounce needs to just put us up a little bit, but still has to, you know, regain a lot of its forward momentum. Okay, I'm gonna change strategy. I'm gonna jump more from right to left. If that makes sense. So I'm just gonna try to stay more on the right side of the road in a second, just to see like where that brings me. Like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. Maybe if I hit that, you know, fence right there, or like fence, the hedge, whatever. If I hit that hedge in a certain way, maybe it can help me bounce. Because hedge is a bit pointed upwards. But it also, I did it again. It also has those weight little things. So let me see. Okay, I don't know. Okay, that doesn't really work. Yeah, because the palm tree is right there, and I think it's just gonna launch us into the building as well if we hit it. It's Canada. Okay, let's just try to hit Canada. I forgot about this thing. We can just blast it out of here. A little bit extra run up. Okay, very nice, very fancy. Just blast it around the corner, and then speed. Yes. Oh, I think. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Okay, but I think keeping it left is the best strat right here. Because I think we can hit that little roof ledge, and that is kind of pointed upwards. So I think that will help us regain, or like keep, I did it. Keep speed, but also push us forwards, which is really important right here. So I think we need to, something like that. Ooh, I was about to respawn already. It's kind of cool. I did it. Okay, I think a little bit more speed, and then it's gonna do something. Around real quick. Okay, it is what it is. I think I might be able to break boost those little things. That's interesting. I think some of the smaller obstacles can be interesting for like launching us really forward. You just have to get really lucky. Okay, interesting. Kind of cool. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, going left of that street furniture actually might do something. That's interesting. If we can hit that right. Let's check it out again. From the right. Ooh. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, when I make these races, I try and set the start at some point where I'm like, oh, it's not too long around, but also not too short. But in this case, yeah, usually I do too short in the end. But one time I did it way too long, and I was like, oh, it's way too long. So I don't think it's crazy too short. If you can hit some of the curbs and also this brake boost here a little bit. Oh. See, this is what I mean. Like, if we hit like a thing like that, like the little lamps, it can launch us up quite aggressively. Maybe even like if we hit it right, we can get up to the road we want to go to. Yeah, a good brake boost. Very nice bounce. Oh. Ooh, see, if we hit that little, I did again. I don't know what it is. I think it doesn't really look like it's... Is it one of those... I did again. So I don't know why the towers are there. You know, I don't think they're chimneys. So why would you have a chimney in LA just to flex? Also, like, why would you have three? But I know in Pakistan, or like around that area, they have these towers which have holes in the top. These have holes as well, right? Windows. And these holes actually are letting in a lot of wind. So there's more wind, you know, a little higher up. And they kind of push the wind down into the houses. So it's kind of... you know, perfect for like the more hot deserty environments. I don't know if they did that exactly, but would be funny. They're probably just chimneys or something, just decorative pieces or something. But yeah, normally those towers are way bigger as well, but it can definitely help cool down a house, which is interesting. I learned about that, I don't know, saw it on TV like 12 years ago or something like that. I don't know what that was. But now we can play tennis. That's kind of clean. That was clean. I'm gonna say that's clean. Yeah, that was clean. That was clean. Not a goal, but still very clean. Ooh, I just saw another house that also had little towers. Yeah, editor me is gonna hate me. He's gonna have to cut out so much blank space for me just pausing for like way too long. Come on. Okay. I feel like we're just gonna smash into the house at some point. Glitch into Tracy's room or something. Yeah, we have to make some progress. So I think left is the way to go, but we somehow have to find a way to make the jump a bit better, like more consistent. Okay, I feel like if we go a bit more to the right but angled left, it has a little bit of a steeper, you know, lip. That makes sense. Lip of the jump, so it kind of kicks you up more. That's the hope. We wanted to land on this street. great, but not a goal. I mean, I'll accept it if we get launched into that street and we have so much speed that we just jump into the other building and then do some barrel and land up on the road we want. That would be so pretty cool. I think it will just launch us into the building, which is less... I was not paying attention, I must say. I was thinking like, oh, maybe we can go on the sidewalk, but we can't. It's so tight. I was only thinking that after I looked up again, I was like, oh. Oh, we almost hit that thing. So I think if we hit that little tower thing, we can definitely just get launched up. Not great. Landed it though. Perfect. Mr. Brake Boost. Mr. Brake Boost lost control of everything. Yeah, actually I edited a video like this yesterday and a lot of cutting. I mean, it's great because it's you don't have to do a lot of auto edits, but like it's a lot of cutting. It's a lot of cutting. And then you also, well, I cut without looking into videos, so I just cut out blank spaces and then kind of adjust, because sometimes the blank space is just me focusing on a jump and I can't cut that out. And then I have to rewatch it, and while rewatching you also see sometimes that you cut too much or like too little or something. So it's a lot of cutting, but it's not crazy much, but still I put up like multiple YouTube videos on the side. I listen, watch those while I cut. So it's just busy work. Very long. But I kind of like these kind of videos because I like doing these stunts. Because that's kind of how I started, right? I started way before, realistically. Like if you go back to my oldest videos, it was just me playing games and uploading game clips. But oh, I did again. Like if you look at like when I started getting success, I guess it was with like scramjet drifts and stuff, right? And that's basically this. I would just do this for like a couple hours. So, sometimes it was hours, sometimes not, but like, wow, only sometimes. Do it for like an hour or like 20 minutes or something. Just like try and certain different spots and different ways of hitting the drift. You know? So I kind of like it. I'm just waffling. It's just fun. Sometimes I have to waffle. I think we all should just waffle sometimes. It's good for your mind, I think. Also, I'm not talking about that deep of stuff, you know, like, yes, I'm talking about let's not say thing, but that's not so crazy deep. This will help you, I think. And GTA 6. Yeah. We should have like I don't know who he is, but it should be like a format where you have like a therapist next to you. And you just do these stunts with your therapist and you just talk about stuff. Would be a funny format. I mean, it's just basically playing the game with bro, right? Like at midnight or something. Kinda like that. I mean, the format exists, which is not with a licensed therapist. Bit overdramatic. Okay, I think I just pushed my mic far away, so pushing it closer. Okay. Oof. Sometimes while editing, I notice like the audio waves are way louder at some parts of the videos and like way quiet on other parts, and it's just when I move my mic away. Also because I've been recording voiceovers, you know, when I edit a video where I have to, you know, edit a lot and it's about a certain topic. Okay, not quite there. We're getting there. Yeah, when I edit the video, it's like within the when I record my voice within the editing software, I have to put filters over it and stuff to like get rid of mouth noises and stuff. But right now I'm recording on OBS, and OBS is a way better, you know, noise suppression system. So I don't really have to edit that much. And the main point is in OBS I can have my mic closer to my mouth because it's not picking up unnecessary noises and whatnot. Meanwhile, in the editing program, I have to really put it far away. I have to drink water every 5 minutes. I have to chew chewing gum. I have to do all these little tricks just to not have like the mouth clicking noises and stuff. That was me drinking water because I was like, okay, maybe OBS can't remove everything. I did again. But yeah, there's a lot to it. Also because I don't have the best mic. I just have like for a 20 euro mic. I kind of click into my headset because I didn't want to have like, you know, the big mic and stuff back when I bought this. I kind of wanted to have it also just to play, you know, just games with my friends. Because, you know, when I play like right now I'm really into Rainbow Six Siege, so when I play that with my friends, I, you know, just use this mic. That's fine. I don't want to have like a big mic in front of me just to be able to talk, or like buy a separate mic. But yeah, that's just me. Also, I bought this back in, when did I buy it actually? Did I buy it with my PC or like before that? I think before that, a little bit before that. But like back in 2022 or something. It's crazy to think that's quite a while ago already. Like back in 2022, like end of 2022, I was like, okay, YouTube is going well. I can afford to be like, oh, I can buy a proper PC. Because before that I was just recording on a laptop. Like a laptop that was able to run a GTA like okay-ish. So like anytime I was editing something or like doing streams, it was a bit, definitely had to reduce some settings and stuff. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a fancy PC. It's still quite fancy, but of course nowadays people have way fancy stuff like a 1590 or whatever. I'm still on 3080, which is, you know, by no means bad, but yeah, it's just very solid still. Also nowadays, yeah, I mean, do you need a 1592 game? I mean, even 3090 was already like, oh, you can run these crazy settings and stuff. I mean, I looked at a, what was it, a video on using the 1590 for GTA 5. And I think he was running no, he wasn't even running 8K. It was a guy I've seen before. Usually, like, when there was the 4080, 4090, or 3090, he was doing 8K. Like, he was doing, 1080p, 4K, or 1440, 4K, 8K, you know? Now he started using 16K. And I think even on 16K, he was hitting, like, very reasonable frames, you know, like 60 FPS or something like that. I'm not sure, but, like, and definitely on 8K, he had, like, a lot of frames. Like, very decent amount of frames. Which is crazy, because, like, realistically, 16K, I didn't think he had a 16K screen, he just upscaled it or whatever. Like, he forced it to run 16K while not even being able to see it, I guess. But realistically, no one has a 16K screen, like maybe some random billionaire. Like, do they even produce 16K screens? Like, maybe I'm gonna Google it, but if they do, they're gonna be crazy expensive. Realistically, like, yes, there are some people who game in 4K, but most people play like 1440 or something like that, or 1080p even still. I mean, for example, like if Xbox Series X or whatever can also game on 4K, PS5 can also game on 4K, and those are not crazy spec PCs, right? I mean, even I am right now, I'm running GTA 5 enhanced, and, you know, it's locked at 60 FPS because, well, it's better for, you know, consistency with the cars and stuff. I could run it way better, but, like, it's high settings basically on everything. I had it again. And it's also, as you can see, it's a widescreen, so this is 3440 by 1440. So it's yeah, it's not quite 4K, but it's higher than normal 1440. It's more pixels, I guess. It does heat up the PC though, for sure. It does heat up my room, which is terrible because right now I live in a very small apartment. It's, you know, it's the first week where it's getting hot, and I live in a very small apartment. It's like, it's 2 rooms. It's my, well, it's 3 rooms. It's my bathroom, which is barely a room. It's like a meter wide. Has a shower and a sink and a toilet. Then I have my kitchen, which has a kitchen and a couch. Because the previous tenant left the couch and I didn't want to get rid of the couch. So that's my kitchen. And then my bedroom, which is not big. It's like 9 square meters, something like that, probably. Maybe 8, 9, I think. 10 maybe? Who knows, something like that. Nah, 10. I think 10. 10, 11. I did again. But the main point is, it's like the 4th floor, something like that. And it's right under the roof. So all the sun, also it's facing towards, you know, the sun all day. Like it's facing towards the south. So I, like the moment the sun rises, like the moment it reaches like the building on the other side, like it just blasts my room. And then until it goes down, I think I'm only missing like the last 10 minutes of sunset. But like, so the whole day basically, so like what is that? I feel like nowadays the sun sets at like comes up around 6-ish. Something like that, right? And it sets at, what, 9? So, yeah. It's a lot. 6 to 21. So that's just hours of the sun blasting, and now that it's getting hotter, it's crazy. And because the building, the apartment is so small, it heats up like crazy fast. And the PC running in that as well, like, just heats it up so fast. Because yes, those fans, but yeah, the fans just help keep the PC cool, but it doesn't help keep the room cool, you know? It just puts the heat into the room. So it's been great. Luckily, I actually, like, cancel my lease. So in 3 months, I'm gonna be out of here. Then I will be moving into a big apartment with my girlfriend. So then, well, I hopefully have a little bit better conditions. Because also this apartment is, it's not great. Not great. I don't think there's a lot of isolation. My windows are half broken and everything. The outside, the tiles are like tiles. The roof tiles. The roofing doesn't look that amazing. The bathroom also wasn't that great. Like, I keep it clean, like I clean it, right? But it wasn't clean. You know, like when you have a good new bathroom, it's easy to keep it clean because, well, everything is proper and you can easily wipe it. I don't have that. I can't easily wipe it and everything, so it's really a struggle to keep it clean. So overall, not an amazing place, but you know, I can't complain. Or can I complain? I can always complain. Yeah, whatever. The price isn't crazy expensive, so I was like, oh, fine. I mean, if you, oh yeah, most of my audience is American, right? So for you guys, well, if you rent an apartment, you're probably gonna be shocked how much I pay, because I pay $550 cold. So like with expenses for everything, so water, Wi-Fi, gas, electricity, etc., it's like 650 euros. Which is what? And nowadays the dollar is a bit weaker, so 650 euros is what? It's like $750, $780 or something like that. but still. I feel like sometimes when I'm watching American videos and I just see like how much they pay, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. They're like, oh yeah, I pay 2,000 for this and this. I think one time I spoke to an American and they were like studying in New York. So they were studying in New York, you know, NYU or whatever, right? So literally in New York. And they moved out from whatever their parents' place or wherever they were living to go to study in New York. So they got that apartment purely for like studying in New York. And they got it like 2 hours away or something, which is absolutely crazy. Like 2 hours away, like please. And the price was still like 1,700 or something like that. 1,700, 1,800. Like I thought the housing prices in like, for example, the Netherlands, where I'm originally from, are crazy. But they're really not compared to that. Yes, they are crazy a little bit, but like compared to some of the places, and like, no, they're actually quite reasonable. Like for 1,600, 1,700, 2,000 or whatever, you can get like a proper apartment. Well, not a crazy big apartment, but still apartment for like within the big cities like Amsterdam or whatever. And not 2 hours away. Like literally, if you go 2 hours away from Amsterdam, you're in the middle of nowhere. You can get a house for way cheaper. Like I used to study in like one of the biggest cities in the Netherlands, and I had to travel 2 hours for uni. Luckily, it was during COVID, so I didn't have to go that often, so it was doable. But I wouldn't buy a house. I was living with my parents back then, so I was like, it's quite alright because I was paying rent. But if I was paying rent, I wouldn't live 2 hours away. I would like, hell nah. But I think there's also maybe the American mentality or something. I don't know. Your guys' distances are less big, maybe. No, not maybe. They are. Maybe I should focus on the stunt more. That's kind of cool. But yeah, it's also like when I say, oh, I'm going for a long drive. Like I'm moving again. I'm moving like 4, 5, 6 hours away from my parents. Like right now I live like 2 hours away from my parents, 2.5, which is like, oh, it's kind of far, but not crazy. But I'm moving like 4, 5, 6 hours. I'm like, oh, that's really far away, everything. Meanwhile, Americans are like, oh yeah, I moved closer to my parents. I used to live like, you know what, 30 hours away. But then they're like, oh yeah, I moved closer. Now I'm only 3 hours away. So I visit them every second day or every weekend, or not every second day, but like every weekend or something. And I'm like I live 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away, right? And I'm like, I'm visiting them like once a month or something, like sometimes a bit more often, but like not, sometimes less often as well, but like just the thought of like every weekend, like it's quite a lot, like especially for the travel time. But Americans are like, oh, it's just a normal commute, it's fine. But it's also, I think it's because I'm less flexible nowadays, always was, but like because I have the big PC, I can only work at home, right? So even with my girlfriend right now, like when I'm at my girlfriend's place, I can't really work that much. I have a tablet, yes, on my phone, so I can write up ideas, I can write out ideas, I can write scripts maybe or something like that. I can look at other YouTube videos for inspiration, I can discuss with ChatGPT, stuff like that, but I can't film or test things, right? So I can't do this, for example. I have to be at home for this. I also can't just drive around the map and be like, okay, this might be interesting, this might be interesting. I can't play the game to find something interesting. So it's a bit, even planning out videos if I need like, for example, for some of the videos I've done recently with like the mountains or like an upcoming video, I'm not sure if it's already released at this point, but little spoiler, I'm gonna release one. But climate zones in GTA 5, I need pictures for those. And sometimes it's a bit harder, like, it's not hard, you can still do it, but it's a bit more of a hassle to do it on, like, your phone or the tablet compared to PC, because PC you just do bam, 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 screenshot, it's done in, like, 5 seconds. Meanwhile, on tablet you have to do it, and, you know, it's a bit longer and stuff, and it's a bit more annoying. But eventually you get there, I guess. So I'm kind of like, oh, should I get a laptop, blah, blah, but the thing is, like, I'm moving in with my girlfriend, like, within 2-3 months anyways. So like at this point, it doesn't really make sense to get a laptop. Also, especially with GTA 6 coming out later this year, we have a thing where like I probably have to record from a console, so then I need to connect it with like Elgato and the screens and everything, blah blah. And I already have ports, and I don't. Then I need to get like a laptop which has like a lot of ports I can use, and doesn't have enough ports for every attachment I use for it, and blah blah blah. On the other hand, it would also make things easier. Even like just going to my parents, like, oh yeah, I'm going to my parents for a week or something like that. Right now it's like, oh, that means I can't really work for a week, which means I have to work a lot more the week before or the week after, which isn't amazing. So I'm thinking, oh, this could make things easier, but then again, also there's disadvantages and stuff. Because I also remember having a laptop, which was, you know, like I said, the laptop I did before, could run GTA 5 and editing programs. But at that time I was also studying, so it was like, I wasn't moving around that much, right? Right now it's just like, because I have a girlfriend who lives, well, she doesn't live crazy far away, but she lives, you know, not next to me. So I have to, you know, go there and blah blah blah. And I enjoy going there, but I also can't work, which is like. Because the thing is, like, sometimes I go there and she is working, because she also works remotely. And it's like, and then we do sometimes go to my place to work, but also her place is way nicer than my place. So in my place, it's kind of like, do you want to work there? Especially now when it gets to this heat, it's like... Also, her place is more central, so we can actually do more stuff, like if you want to go out and stuff. But hopefully I get that fixed, like, once we move in together, because then, well, I will have my little office and stuff, and I can just do things way more consistently. Okay, but I'm gonna stop yapping a little bit. I mean, I already yapped for like 40 minutes, so I can just shut up. I'm just gonna try and really focus. Okay. I love that I said I'm gonna focus. I focused and like relatively got close. I got relatively close. Also, okay, I'm gonna yap again. Maybe I'm gonna yap while I'm flying or something, so I have more focus. Yeah, I think hitting those things is definitely the move. So also like just your focus on not saying is one thing. But I also think like talking more in English is also good. Because I feel recently that my English has gotten a little worse. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it's just me projecting or something. I don't know. But yeah, definitely just speaking more English helps. I was gonna say talking more English, and that's exactly what I mean. Like sometimes I just make those mistakes of just using the wrong word. I think if you just speak a bit more, it gets better eventually. It's also because I've been trying to learn French, so I'm also trying to focus a little bit more on that. It's not like I'm learning hardcore, to be fair. Like, don't expect me to speak fluent French in a month. But right now I'm just in the phase of like, I'm starting to understand people a lot more, but still struggling a lot with basic phrases. Pro tip if you want to learn a language, actually. Because the thing I noticed, because I live in a place where not everyone speaks very good English. And like, it's very weird to me, because in the Netherlands it was, well, people were a lot more fluent often. Like, also not always, to be fair, but I think it has a lot to do with like, well, I say this also because I'm learning French, and one like good method to learn a language is to watch a lot of content in the language, even if you don't fully understand it. You need to understand it a little bit. So I'm watching kids TV because, well, that's my level. But it definitely helps like with understanding. Even like just with my girlfriend when we're watching something, like we will watch some French YouTube video, but it's like something easy. Like we watch some guy renovating a house, so it's very visual. Like I understand the context a bit, so it does definitely help. And the thing I was about to say, like a lot of people here are very much in a French bubble. So like people from France or even people from Germany, for example, because they're big countries or like big languages even, right? There is a lot of adaptations for them, right? So first of all, big movies do get dubbed. In the Netherlands, only kids movies get dubbed into Dutch. At some point, like once you get into PG-12 movies, mostly English. Adult movies all English, movies on the TV, English. Meanwhile, movies on TV or like movies on cinemas in Germany, German, French, and in France, French. And even like the like more informal entertainment like Instagram or YouTube. Yes, there are Dutch influencers and stuff, but personally, for example, I don't really like them that much. Some of them I watch or like, but most of them are quite, you know, because it's small and sometimes also the language, I think it's just a bit cringe, so I don't really like it. And in French and German, it's just a lot bigger, you know. And then people will watch a lot more, you know. If you look at their content divide, they watch 80 or 90% of their content in their native language, right? And then they watch like 10 or 20% in English. Sometimes a bit more, blah, blah. Maybe it's like 50-50 or 60-40. But for me, for example, I watch basically like the reverse. I watch 80 or 90% of my content in English. And then 10 or 20 is in, you know, my native language or something. Which is funny because like, but even there's a divide because I have like two native languages, Dutch and German. I do watch more Dutch, I think, but I also have more German friends, so I do get sent some more German stuff. Okay, interesting. Into the gate? No. Ooh, on the tree. Nice. And nowadays also the French. I don't watch that much French. I get a little bit more French stuff. Also just doing YouTube videos helps massively if you think about it, right? Because well, the thing is to learn a language, yes, listening to it helps. But that's something that right now isn't helping me a lot. Yeah, it just helps me like very marginally. My girlfriend always will be like, oh, why do you know this very specific word? You know, like English speakers will be like, oh, whatever, but most non-natives won't know the word. And I'm like, well, I just heard it like 10, 20 times on some TV show or something. It's just because I watch a lot of content, so like eventually I got the context. But realistically, like watching a lot of content, it really helps if you're just learning it. Because right now I'm watching content that is not per se challenging that much. Like it's just relax. I'm just watching it to relax, right? It helps a bit, but it's not like I'm watching intellectual podcasts. Like if I watch an intellectual podcast or whatever, then I'm learning new vocab and whatnot. But even then how useful is that, and considerations there. But I think at some point, yeah, it's like you also have to start speaking, because like listening is one thing, but then you also have to make the sounds and whatnot. Also for me, it's quite easy because, well, I grew up Dutch German, which are both Germanic languages, and let me guess. And you can guess English, also Germanic language, so well, perfect, makes a lot of sense, so it's quite easy. But that's also why I struggle with French, for example, where the pronunciation is a bit different, so then yeah, I struggle a little bit more. But yeah, if you're starting out with language, definitely watch a lot of content, even if you're just struggling with a little bit. But yeah, once you get a bit more advanced, you have to start speaking as well. Just challenge yourself a little bit with pronunciation, which I know isn't perfect for me. Like, I know I make mistakes. People will point out if my Dutch or German accent slips out, which is funny because like you would think I have more of a Dutch accent, but sometimes the German accent slips out more aggressively. Maybe it's because it's more recognizable accent as well. I think that might be the case, because I will just say like yeah, something instead of free I will say tree, tree, which is both actually. It's also a bit Dutch. It's just like ignoring the first sound and just doing a more of aggressive, which I guess is also a bit Dutch, but sometimes it sounds a bit more German, like the accent wise. But yeah, I'm doing it again. I'm yapping too much. And not doing the stunt jump. Okay. I wanted to try something that like cut over a bit more. Maybe it'd send me some interesting trajectory, but it wouldn't. So that's interesting. A bit more speed or a bit more height on that, and then just should be cool. Took out too much speed. We had a lot of speed, but if we hit that thing a bit different, then might have gone flying a little bit more. Right into the palm tree. Nice, I should double clutch there. It's just gonna set me into the tree. Interesting. I messed up. This is just say shit and then went into Chinese. Yeah, I've done that way too much, like hitting it like that. I really wish they had like more of a speedo thing, like a more accurate speedo on this, so I could like kind of see how fast I'm doing there, if I can really improve my speed. I think most of it is just hitting it at the right angle so you get enough lift. See, I like hitting it because it gives me a bit more air, but it takes out too much speed. It just sadly takes out too much speed. Like if I hit it like that, I really need to hit it like very nicely to hit it. Ooh, bit sad. Was that a restaurant called Kroger Frog or something? Lost. Okay, I should not be distracted by restaurants. Okay. We somehow need to get, I don't know how, we have to kind of get there, like up that little balcony, and then hit that balcony in a certain way, so it sends us over. Also at this point, I'm like, even if we don't land it perfectly, I'm just happy if we, land on that road. Okay, good. Come on. See, I like when we hit stuff like that, but like we have to do it more to the right. But it's weird because we have to angle our car a lot to the left, so it's already sending us to that leftish trajectory. So it's a bit difficult in the end. I love when I hit control. What was I even trying to say? Yeah, I've been recording for too long. Waffling to myself for 52 minutes. I was hoping I hit the green thing, but no. I want to check something. Can I? I think I can. What's a cool logo? Oh, it's Pilfer. Okay, it's the boat piece of it. Backflip. No. Yeah, I'm really tempted, like, I know I'm gonna hate editing this, like with the cutting. I'm tempted to get like a way to allocate it. Because I know a lot of programs, like my program doesn't have it. I know there is some... Ooh. Oh, we're getting close now. We're getting close, the road is right there. I know some programs have it, so I have to find out how I can maybe do it. I think DaVinci Resolve maybe have it, which is free, so I can figure that out. But I don't know what is faster, actually figuring it out, or like, figuring out how to do it, or how to just do it to myself. But I feel like if I do more of these in the future, like, it might help with time in the long run, you know? I thought I was gonna go right past, but I didn't. Okay, great. Ooh, come on, bounce. Not the bounce I wanted. But my idea was it like just kind of bounces slightly and then put us into the next hatch. And that hatch would have launched us. I kind of like the extra speed. Gives it a little bit more to work with. Oh. See, the lights always send us to the left. They should send us to the right if we want to actually make it. That would have been a good one if that lantern wasn't there. Our little street light didn't, you know, literally knock me down. It literally pushed me down. If that wasn't there, it would have been great. This is not a good attempt. Although, no, the street lights is just... That one street light is positioned like right on the wrong spot. Come on. It's gonna... Yeah, even if we angled a little bit more left, we would have still hit not the roof. I'm still disappointed we didn't manage to hit the roof, you know? Like, I think if we hit that orange roof, we could, like, get launched, but we're always, like, quite short. We're not, like, a little short, but, like, quite short. It's also funny the time doesn't get to an hour just because it's 60 minutes, so it's not great for speed. I see, like, yeah, now we were quite slow, but, like, we're nowhere near the roof. Like, sometimes we got in kind of close, but, like, not that close, realistically. I wonder what's faster, like going around the corner, like trying to double clutch it. Yeah, I totally missed that one anyways. I'll look next time. Okay. I was about to say we're gonna hit that thing again. At least we landed on the roof, which is closer. But once again, that lantern. If we didn't hit that lantern, we would have, I think we would have made it. Because that thing slowed us down. If we didn't hit that lantern, it would have been great. But yeah, that was so quiet. Okay, but I think the extra run-up is the move. I think that's the move. If I give you a little bit extra speed, I'm not sure. See, like, even like with that extra speed, like you're just getting like that. See, I know like leaning forwards gives you a little bit more distance, but in this case we would just slam forwards, and like I don't think it gives us more like height. Leaning back is supposed to give you a bit more, I think, as well. Let me try that, like leaning back aggressively. But I'm already doing that actually. Oh, I don't know where this is going. Okay, slow this down a lot. At least we landed it clean. You know that the balance in these videos is really difficult because, you know, if I said, okay, I just want to land on the other side of Michael's house, great, we would have done it within like the first, what, 2 minutes or something? Which is it's realistically just a boring video. Even this, like, it would have taken us, well, we did it quite soon as well, right? But also, like, what is too hard? Because at this point I'm like, okay, I think it's probably possible, but it's incredibly hard. But maybe that's the beauty of it as well, like something really hard. It shouldn't be easy, right? If it's easy, like, it's a bit boring. Oh. Okay, but do we count that? I just wanted to land on the road. Okay, but okay, the extra speed definitely allows us to hit that. Ooh. Okay. I feel like we're close now. Okay, we might. I think we did a double clutch, right? I think this is definitely the way to go. Oh, yes, go right, left. Okay, there's a lot of height. I don't know how we hit it. Definitely a lot of speed, but also the right angle. Okay, that's a good angle, I think. Ooh. I was too shallow. Was not good enough. Like, we would have hit the side of the building anyways. So a bit better angle than before. Okay, luckily this spot isn't too far away. Like, it takes us like, what, 5 seconds to set up. And I kinda... I was afraid it was gonna drift out. Drift out? Spin out? No, not really spin, but we just drift. I don't even know what the proper term is. I was afraid I was gonna lose control a little bit. And I think that's it. I didn't steer as much as I wanted to. Too much to the right, but also not high enough anyways. Also, I think I'm gonna not edit this right away. Because I had a similar video. Same kind of concept, and just waffling while hitting a jump. And it was a little bit longer than the other ones. I think the other ones I kept to a more, you know, 8 minutes, 12 minutes format. This one, the last one was 18 minutes. But also that raw footage was like, you know, 36 minutes, something like that. This one is, well, almost double that. Already. I don't know how high it's going to go eventually. Not high enough. So this is realistically gonna be, like, depending how I cut it. If I just cut it like, oh, I'm gonna cut out all the silent parts, it's still gonna be like 30-40 minutes or something. But if I see like, oh, the other video doesn't perform that well, I might cut it down. But on the other hand, I recently saw like a lot of long form videos on YouTube do really well. And people kind of enjoy that longer waffling. But then again, is this too much waffling? Is it... Ooh. It's kinda it, but not quite what I want. At this point, am I getting greedy? Like, I've gotten that and that. I just want... You know, realistically, I really want to land it, like, cleanly. I want to... At this point, I'm too deep in, you know? Like, I'm already over an hour in, and I just wanted to to be clean. Like, I want to... I don't mind if I, like, hit the ground a couple times. I just want to, like, kind of get into that position where I land and then just keep on driving. But definitely with this extra speed right here, but like starting here and doing a double clutch, it's definitely getting us a lot closer. The angle we hit it at makes a lot of difference. Like that time we had a lot of speed, but we hit the road in a certain way, so it's like... Also, yeah, I think I'm definitely just gonna try and figure out how to use like an auto code feature, like in some other stuff. Ooh, that was close. Like literally just... If we hit that ramp a little bit more different, a little bit differently, we would have had that really close. A lot of speed as well. We missed the double clutch. Let's try and compensate. I really need to stop going on the left. I have to go move over to the right sooner. I think it's better for the brake boost anyways. You just say balls. That's crazy. It doesn't even have any... Maybe she does, who knows. Yeah, it doesn't slow me down too much. Just crash into it. That's very nice. You know, next, I just have had the stroke of genius. So next time I'm doing any of these videos, if I find another jump that is, I'm gonna, you know, put my starting point on the medium option, like, okay, this is the great option, I want to start here. But I'm gonna do my second checkpoint, instead of doing it there, you know, like kind of where I wanted to finish, I'm gonna do it... Ooh, almost, that was really close. I'm gonna do the second checkpoint basically at the further run-up. So if I'm like midway through, I'm like, oh, I want to change spawn point. If I respawn, I want to spawn here, you know? I'm like, I can do that. So that would be perfect. Because, you know, the finish doesn't matter. It's just there because it has to be. I'm just doing it in this because I can respawn quicker. That's basically it. Like, there's no real other reason. I don't want to land in the finish or whatever. It isn't even like the finish. I can't even land in it because, well, it's a checkpoint. It's like 2 checkpoints before the finish. Let's move to the right. So it goes tiny one. Nah, it's just wall. All wall. I'm gonna move to the right. See, hitting those green things is nice, but we have to hit them either super nicely or we have to get lucky and hit something else. But we haven't really hit something else after, which is a bit... Like if you hit the green thing and then hit that little, well, I still don't know what it is. Chimney, air intake, whatever it is, or tower. That would be nice, but that hasn't really happened. We always like kind of just missed it. It was a nice break boost, but then we messed up by hitting the just jumped out of the way. Ooh, very nice break boost. See, but even then, we had a lot of speed. We definitely had a lot of speed, but we didn't hit it quite perfectly. Oh, it's funny, we're like ghosts for that as well. See, this is what I mean, like it senses up nicely, but doesn't... First of all, it sends us to the left, which isn't great. And secondly, it doesn't give us enough distance, which also isn't great, which we need. I'm not sure, but... I feel like break boosting in the second spot might be better. It's gonna be pool landing. But yeah, the second break boost feels more consistent. Probably gonna be perfect. Mom. See, this is the kind of stuff, like we... It was kind of cool. It was kind of cool, not gonna lie. But yeah, we regained a lot of speed in that, you know, hitting the fence. But it didn't send us up enough. If it just regained like that, of course we gained a lot of speed because it didn't send us up a lot. You know, horizontal power instead of vertical power. The power does well. Okay, come on. I was hoping we're gonna hit the palm tree less. Instead, we're more focused on the. I'm saying fence, but this is bush. Bush, no hedge. 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 Word. This is interesting. Okay. Nice. Come on. No. In this scenario, if we had been a little bit more to the right, we might have been able to hit that little, well, this time is the fence of the balcony, and that might have sent us over, but in this case, we also didn't have that much speed, so less power, so it wouldn't have given us that much speed and power to, like, transfer and send us up. So I don't think that would have gone amazing in the end. Nah, that's not gonna... Oh, maybe? Ooh. See, this is what I think. I mean, right? If we hit the green thing like that, like the green lantern. Oh, green lantern. Nice little reference. Anyways. If we hit it like that, it has a lot of potential to send us like that. And that's perfect. But the way we're angled and the thing is angled, we're always being sent to the left. I think so far it hasn't really happened that we've been sent to the right. It's always to the left, to the left, to the left. Isn't perfect. We hit the pedestrian, but... didn't hit it that much, so it was fine. I don't know how much speed we lost. We're gonna hit the palm tree, yeah. Now, palm trees are the worst because they don't really bring us anything. Like hitting a hedge or the green thing, there is, you know, possibility there, which is nice, crazy and so. But the palm trees are just always like, they just send you not the right direction at all. Like, they just stop you, or maybe they make you spin, but not in the right way. Also, it seems like, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna hit it, but we did hit it. But also a hedge behind it doesn't really send us flying that much, like often. Like it's really the roof or the green lantern, I think. Ooh. See, every time we hit it, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hit the... That's cool. We're gonna hit the roof, but we don't. With a little tower or something. We always just barely miss it, which is really odd, to be honest. We just gracefully glide over it like a high jump. But we don't want to jump high, we want to jump high and far. 80 minutes is crazy. It said 8008. You know what that means, right? Type it into your calculator right now. 8008. Only real ones will know. Yes? Yeah, nah, no. I love the little drop in hope there, like yes, and then like, okay, no. Because if we hit something like that, it really needs to send us like flying at like ridiculous speeds. Because otherwise we don't have enough, you know, it doesn't cover enough distance to make us fly over the house. Or we need to be a bit more to the right, because to the left, there's just a wall, right? It's the pool and then it's just like basically a wall. To the right, there's a lot more low things, so a lot more opportunity basically. Also my throat's starting hurting from all the yapping. I just try to yap for 80 minutes non-stop. I know some people do that, but stop. This is how uni lecturers feel, like just any like teacher. If you think about it, uni teachers are just being paid to yap and discuss. Because like a teacher, they're teaching, right? They're just yapping about stuff they found interesting back in the past, but nowadays it's getting repetitive because, well, they're teaching, you know, 6th graders or something, which is, in the end, it's going to be boring and it's more about oh, I like teaching people stuff. But it's not really about the stuff you teach, it's just about the teaching itself. So you have to love teaching. Meanwhile, uni professor, for example, I don't think uni professors love teaching. Some of them probably do, but I think in the end, a lot of uni professors are just, you know, people who want to research and you're kind of like, the uni is like, oh, you have to teach as well. And in the end, like who are you teaching? You're teaching motivated people, educated people. If you're teaching like, well, not just first years, but like if you're teaching master people or something, like, you know, master's classes or PhD The PhD people don't get taught, but you know what I mean. So it's basically just, if you want, you can just make it into like a discussion. Like, it's a lot more intellectually stimulating. You know what I mean? Of course, there's limits to it, but like, there's probably gonna be like 1 or 2 kids in the class who are gonna be like, well, at that point, it's not even kids, it's adults. Like, I was at uni, there were like 30-year-olds. They were just 30-year-olds chilling. They were like, yeah, I want to get more educated. So in the end, I feel like it's just a yapping job. Like, you just yap. Like, you have 90 minutes of class, what do you just yap? And it's like interesting yapping, because you're gonna have like, oh, this is my perspective, and you're like, oh, but actually I think it's like this, blah blah, and you're like, oh, but have you considered that? You know, it can be interesting, especially in fields where like things develop. Yes, no, too much speed reduction. Yeah, my voice is definitely like, please, like, if you want to, if you made it this far in the video, and I'm not sure how many people are going to make it this far, go back to like the start of the video and just compare my voice, because I feel like my voice is getting strained, like it's sounding different. I'm also trying to talk like loud enough, because I notice like sometimes my voice drops off quite dramatically, and then in editing, like I notice I'm like, you have to drink a bit more. You know, I could have just put like a movie on my second screen. Oh, yes, do something, but it's gonna, you know, too much to the left. It's always left. It's a very liberal car. Well, it's funny because it's more of a conservative car, right? And it's like, hell yeah, V10, oil. But yeah, it doesn't like to go to the right. Come on. I was hoping my back was gonna hit the hedge. You know, I got a DM on Discord, like, well, I get DMs like this a lot, where it's like someone like, hey, I'm a editor, or like content manager or whatever. But this time it was an editor, who, by the way, I liked his communication. He was very straight to the point. Normally they're like, hey, hi, blah, but he was just like, you know, did the Discord wave, I did the Discord wave back, and he was like, hey, you just got ready to change, I'm an editor, do you need any project editing? Here's my portfolio, you know, respect that. The thing is, right now, my videos are not very consistent enough. Like, sometimes, yes, they will get a couple 100k views, sometimes they won't. So paying an editor is like a big risk, because like editors are also not, I had some hopes there. Editors are not cheap. The thing is, like, just a bit transparency. If a, you know, like a long form video, so like over 8 minutes, gets, you know, 100k views, which is, it's a lot. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens sometimes. It's not crazy for it to happen, but it doesn't happen all the time, right? It will make like, you know, 150 or 200 bucks, kind of depends, right? Okay, cool. Oh, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Not what I wanted, but kind of funny. Yes. So it will make that kind of money, right? Shorter videos will make less money. Around that range, right? But the main thing is, like, for every video gets 100k, there's like multiple videos that get, you know, 10k or maybe 20k or like 2k. Maybe only 1k. And those videos, well, if you do the math, don't make that much money. They make like 10 bucks, they make 20 bucks, they make $2. So if I pay an editor who's like, oh yeah, but it's well, especially like a video like this length. Not all videos have that much footage, by the way, but like, it's like, oh yeah, it's an hour of footage. I normally charge like this much for it. There's like an hour of footage. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna edit this for 2-3 hours or 4 hours, and they want an hourly wage that's, you know, like decently high. And then it's like, yeah, like for me financially, like if I pay an editor, I wouldn't even make money on it, even when it does well and gets 100k views, right? I would make so much less money. And then if it flops, I basically lose money in the video, right? So it's really like, and the thing is, like, an editor, yes, it would save me time, but that's not my giant concern. The thing is, like, if I want an editor who, you know, puts a lot of editing in here and puts little things, I also still have to communicate with him, so it wouldn't really save time. Because I will still want to have like certain things, and I don't just want random editing. And those are not cheap. Like if I just say like, yeah, I just want some, I want you to cut this, blah blah blah. Yeah, then I could be like, oh yeah, I can pay you $5, $10, $20. Probably not, but maybe if I negotiate really hard. But then I just get cut something I could have done myself in an hour. So is it really worth it? But if they add like more proper editing, like which I am not able to add, or like I would need way longer to add, then they're gonna be more expensive. They're not gonna be that cheap. They want to make money as well, right? So it's really like, yeah. So if you're an editor and you're approaching YouTubers, only approach bigger YouTubers, like really big. Like smaller ones, especially if the views aren't super high and stuff. Especially in a niche like gaming. Gaming doesn't always make a lot of money. Only if they're like longer videos. It's probably not worth it for them. But try to focus on like, yeah, bigger ones. But bigger ones often already have editors or like want a higher quality. But if you have that, you know, go for it. Because they do make a lot of money. Like the bigger ones, if you get a lot of consistent view, especially on long form, they do make a lot of money. And then other things you can focus on is maybe like certain niches, like, you know, personal development, finance. You know, people who just mainly make shorts, to be honest. The people you want to sell your course in the end. Those people often think of
YouTube and whatnot as a business. So they're like, oh yeah, I gotta put money into it. They're very used to putting money into stuff. So they will be like, oh yeah, I have to put money into an editor, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, definitely go for those because they will see it as investment and stuff. You can also pitch it as that. See, for me, for example, like, yes, I could see it as an investment and stuff, but it's also like quite like maybe the editor is like, oh yeah, I want to grow rich or something and comes up with like a whole plan and stuff. Yeah, but it's also then you have to trust other person and it's very much a partnership and whatnot. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I need to drink some water. I think I'm gonna need some honey after this, like some tea with honey. Once again, nice hit, but just senses the wrong way. I like hitting that hatch, but every time I hit that hatch, I hit the lamp post, which isn't great. See how great of a jump this would have been if we weren't quite... By the way, the finish is right here. If we were to push, if we were being pushed to the right, that would have been a great little, layup from the green lamp post. It wasn't meant to be there. Yes. See, that's what I want. A little layup, and then if it just sends us a little bit higher. At this point, I think we've gotten our roof for like, okay, we need the speed. So we just have to hit the random things just luckily. We can't control it too much. I think we can definitely influence where we hit it, I guess. But still a bit random for me. Yeah, I expected that. Too much to the right. See, this is really the problem. We have to go to the left, but when we go to the left, we often get sent too much to the left. But if we go to the right, there is not really that many things we can hit to help us, jump it. And we just end up, hitting the palm trees or being way too low. That's a nice sound. Okay, nope. Do you guys think we're gonna hit 100 minutes? Even if I hit it right now, I think I'm just gonna wait the 4 minutes just to see the 100 minutes, just because. It would be funny if it actually hit it now. Guess not. Interesting. This is what I talked about, like, 50 minutes ago probably. Like hitting it like that, keeping the speed, and then, well, now I hit the wall, but if I just kept going and then kind of jumped and then hit the building and did a cool barrel off the building, I guess. I think realistically we're just gonna hit the building, just crash into the building. Oof. Yeah, at this point it's funny. I'm definitely gonna get tired or like, but I find a way to automate it, but I'm talking a lot less. So you probably will see a lot more jumps in the time now, because I'm not talking as much. I will just see, basically just jump, you will just see the jump. I try to make a little bit of noise during the jump, so I know when to cut as well. I should have done again. But yeah, it's gonna be less, but it's gonna be more cuts. Yoo-hoo is crazy. Yeah, but you, it's gonna give us luck. You're gonna hit it perfectly now. Hit this. This is the first time we hit the roof after, but it's just slowed us down. Okay. We just cleanly jump it. I want to cleanly jump here. I've already done that a lot of times. I'm gonna hit palm tree. Oh! I really hate that. If you thread the needle between the palm trees, right? So most of the time you will hit the palm tree, but if you manage to go in between them, yes? And you hit that hatch, yes. You hit that hatch, it bounces you up. It's exactly what we want, because we want to jump over the next building. And what does the game give you? A street light. Right there. Which immediately just ruins the whole attempt. Yeah, I just got distracted. Immediately ruins the attempt. So it's just, I think there's no point of going there, because like, I don't think there's even a way to dodge that street light, basically. Lamppost. So here we go again. Oh, go again. See? Like, most of the time you just hit the palm tree, which is way too wide. Oh, 101. If you hit it to the right, it will be fine though. I'm gonna do like a little poll on YouTube. Like, how much did recording my last video take, or something like that? Like, how I just recorded a video, how long did it take to hit a jump? I wonder how many people will get it right. I think it's gonna take 2 hours in the end, maybe even longer. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna automate the cutting, by the way. Yeah, I'm losing focus massively. I'm just zoning out a bit. I think even if I just make a montage of not even the run-up of me yapping, just hitting the jumps, right? Literally just like starting it, not even here, but like when we get to the down part of the ramp, basically, like we start the clip here and we just include like this flying phase, right? And then until here. I think even if you just include that, it's gonna be like a long ass video. Definitely gonna be long form, so it's gonna be like 8 minutes. I think just a model of that. Ooh, I don't know what that was. That was an interesting glitch. But once again, sent to the left, which is okay. I'm gonna try and focus more on the roof again, I think. To be honest, I should have just quit once we got... I'm really sad we didn't get that one thing, like where we landed in the garden instead of on the road, because that was the best thing we had. See? Yeah, I think definitely focus on the left is better, because we either hit the roof or we hit the green thing, both which have given us some taste of success, I think. At this point, I don't even remember. It's been that long. No, it's not gonna be anything. Yeah. Yes, getting close. But the thing is, even if you got a little bit higher, we would have probably fallen off the roof on the left side instead of, on the road. Which, it's just a problem. So we still have to hit it very, very specifically. Okay, I don't know if we lost the little speed thing. Yes, yes. Okay, first time we hit that little power thing, I guess. Didn't do what I wanted to do exactly. Well, it did, but just too weak. I wanted it to push me like that, but it just did it a bit too weak. But we didn't have enough momentum left from once we hit the first thing, so that was kind of when it was doomed already. I was about to say, are we going to hit back to back? I think I have a new... Oh, talking is hard. I think another way it could work, like a way it could work, it didn't really make it work yet, is if we hit the green thing, then hit that little tower thingy, but it hit it on the right side, because the right side is a bit slanted, and that can hopefully push us a bit more to the right. I think that's a good thing. So we hit this. Okay, no, we didn't hit that right. Hit that thing, makes us go a bit right. Ideally, barrel roll and then perfect landing. Also at this point, I don't want a perfect landing. Would be nice, of course would be nice. But if we land on the road, that's all I want at this point. I thought this video was going to be easy. I was like, oh, it's gonna be easy. It's not that deep. It's way too deep. This has probably taken more time combined than all the other videos combined. Okay, interesting. Not what we wanted, but makes me hopeful of hitting it. I don't really know what I wanted. It's interesting. Really know what I want. I still want to land here. Like, I want to jump over the house and just over that weird little thing. You know, in like 30 minutes, my future self's gonna be like, I should have counted that, blah, blah. It's funny, I didn't expect it to hit the little lamppost. I was hoping I was gonna hit something, but just hit the house. The one thing I didn't want to hit. Okay. If we had a garage and online mode, that would have been cool. Okay, but now we know if we hit the palm tree, can do something as well. It's interesting. We have had some quite solid attempts now in a row. Let's see where we get. Okay. Yeah, no. This is the thing, like, there's nothing to jump over here or, like, bounce off. You just bounce into the wall. We keep hitting this this area now. For some reason, we keep hitting this, which is really weird. At least we're getting more to the right. At first, we were angled too much to the left, now we're more to the right, so maybe we can find a nice mode there. We didn't do that much. Okay. I was hoping I was gonna hit the palm tree and do the same thing again. Because if we hit the palm tree, like the top of the palm tree, it actually acts like a little game, which is perfect. A bit inconsistent to hit. Yeah, okay. Yes. Once again, too much to the left. Come. I was hoping it's gonna just barely reach that little fence. Okay, interesting. But I didn't have enough speed. I messed up my run up, so very interesting concept. Like the bounces were nice, just not enough power behind it. I don't know what I'm doing, Jesus Christ. You know, I saw the sun umbrella. What's called parasol. Parasol, and I was like, ooh, it's gonna bounce me up, but that's in Fortnite. Like in Fortnite you have like the bouncy parasols. So I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna bounce me up. I didn't even know why I was thinking that. Like last time I played Fortnite is months ago. And even then the time I played before that was also months ago. But still, somehow it is ingrained. Nice. I'm just gonna do a first... Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Imagine if I hit it then it's first person. I want it to be third person. I lost a bit of control there. Very interesting. Very interesting way to hit it. I wanna try something. Oh no, I don't think it will work. Will it work better? I doubt it. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna lose too much speed on the corner. Yeah. I don't think this is fast. I'm just fun to hit. My bumper made it fast. Why did she just stop, look at me, and then be like, yeah, I'm just gonna get hit. Okay. I was really hoping my backhand would hit the little green lamp. I'm not happy to hour mark. I'm gonna lose it at some point. Could have watched like at first I could like watch like a kids movie or action movie. Now I could watch like a cinematic masterpiece. At some point I could just watch like a long movie, you know, like Lord of the Rings or whatever. That's not going anywhere. Low speed, but didn't hit it right. I hit it too much, like head on. Interesting. It's interesting, but the fence didn't really give me a lot of, you know, hiccup or whatever. I feel it just continue my trajectory. It didn't really give me any enhanced momentum. I mean, it's interesting to land here because it's a little bit more unusual, but at this point we've already done it a couple times. You know what's funny at this point? I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna manually hand cut this. I'm just gonna find some way to like you know, get a program that does it automatically. You know, some editing programs do that. But yes, at some point you will just see me. Ooh. Close enough. Close enough. Close enough. That's it. I don't care. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you for watching. I'm not gonna upload the whole thing because it's a 2-hour movie. For me, this was a 2-hour movie, but for you guys, it's gonna be still a long movie, like 40 minutes or something like that, 50 minutes. Who knows? Anyways, if you watch the whole thing, you're insane. But I will gladly make another one if you leave a comment. But yeah, this is. I'm not gonna play any more video games today. This is too much. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.